Kubitin, elbow joint. This is compound joint. Why? Because it comprises 3 joints, my dear. Listen to me. It consists of 3 joints, namely articulatio humero-ulnaris, humero-radialis, and articulatio radio-ulnaris proximalis. Now let's scrutinize their classification. Articulatio humero-ulnaris. It is articulatio trochlearis. Why? Because we see trochlea humeri. And incisura trochlearis at that. Articulatio humero-radialis. It's articulatio spheroidea. Why? Because it's necessary to look at the capitulum humeri, which has spheroid form. Articulatio spheroidea. And articulatio humero-radialis is articulatio cylindrica or articulatio trochoidea, the same name. Why? Because circumferentia articularis, it will be nothing else but your little tip prompt. If you see circumferentia, you have all rights to spell that this is articulatio cylindrica. My dear, movements in this joint around axis frontalis, flexio extensio, around axis longitudinalis, pronatio, supinatio. Mark it well. Your military task will be to write down all syndesmoses which reinforce these joints and another features. Next, how about junctions of diaphysis of ulna and radius? They are joined by the means of by the means of syndesmosis, to wit, membrana interossea antebrachii. Next, my dear, articulatio, look, this one, articulatio radio-ulnaris distalis. It will be also articulatio cylindrica or trochoidea. It has been formed by the means of circumferentia articularis ulnae and incisura ulnaris radii. Movements are accompanied with movements in articulatio radio-ulnaris proximalis and articulatio radiocarpea. In classic variant, we can see here pronatio supinatio. And now, my dear, let's see the articulatio radiocarpea underlined with the blue line. What does it mean? It has been formed by the means of distal articular surface of radius and articular surface of proximal row of bones of carpal aspect. Let's count the articular surfaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. At first, it seems to be compound joint. Why? Because of 4 articular surfaces. But, my dear, mark it well. Discus articularis, which is covering the articular surface of these 3 bones, transforms these 3 articular surfaces into 1. So 3 articular surfaces become 1 articular surface. Thanks discus articularis. This joint is simplex, ellipsoid, and mark it well, don't scam on perplexion. This discus articularis does not transform this joint into complex. Don't blaze me. into complex joint. Why? Because this discus articularis does not divide anything. It simply lies over the articular surface. That's all. Movements, my dear. Flexio extensio around axis frontalis and abductio adductio around axis sagittalis. Don't forget, this is articulatio biaxialis. To wit, it is articulatio polyaxialis. Don't forget about circumductio. What is circumductio? It is resultant movements around all axes. Next, my dear. Now listen to me carefully and attentively. Look, red line. This is articulatio mediocarpea. Listen, please, my dear, very carefully. Pronunciation: mediocarpea. It is articulation between proximal and distal row of carpal bones. Classification: anatomically, articulatio cellaris, but physiologically, articulatio plana. Movements: sliding. These joints actually moves together with all movements of hand. Next, green line. Articulatio carpo-metacarpea. Mark it well, my dear, that actually between distal row of carpal bones and basis of metacarpal bones. Mark it well, my dear, that articulatio carpo-metacarpea secunda, tertia, and quarta are plain joint. Meanwhile, articulatio carpo-metacarpea pollicis and quinta articulatio, they are articulatio cellaris, saddle joint. Once more. First and fifth, articulatio cellaris. Second, third, and fourth, articulatio plana. Here, sliding. Here, my dear. Very important movements in this joint. Articulatio carpo-metacarpea pollicis. We can do here flexio, extensio, abductio, and adductio. And one of the most important movements, this articulation differs from another movements provided this articulation. We can do oppositio, repositio. Once more, oppositio, repositio. Due to this joint, thanks this joint. So, corresponding and good seize and capture function of capture by the means of our hand is nothing else but gratitude to this joint, to its geometric form, and to presence of musculus opponens pollicis. But musculus opponens pollicis, it will be another case history. Now, my dear, now articulationes intercarpalia between bones of within the frame of proximal and distal row of carpal, and within the frame of actually between the lateral aspects of basis ossis metacarpalia. It is also plain joints. Next, my dear. Articulationes, look, metacarpophalangia. Articulationes metacarpophalangia pollicis, also saddle joint. Movements, flexio, extensio in this joint. Flexio, extensio. But articulationes metacarpophalangia, second, third, fourth, and fifth, have an intermediate position, takes an intermediate position between articulatio ellipsoidea and articulatio spheroidea. My dear, especially precious group first, group 1A, your godfather will ask, and I explain you according to his demand. Da, really, golden words. Look, my dear, movements. Flexio, extensio, abductio, adductio, according to planum medianum, which cross hand. Abductio, adductio. Next, my dear, articulationes interphalangia. This is articulationes trochlearis, due to geometric form. Movements flexio, extensio only. Mark it well. Your holy obligation will be to write down the main syndesmosis, not a microscopic. The main syndesmosis which reinforce above mentioned joints. Understand? Understand. Best regards. Be seated. Take your places.